Alright everybody, welcome back to Hear the Bell Toll. Now this game is finally in its demo stage. As before this, it was actually in playtest. So now we're actually gonna get to play the demo. We have Gothic theme, there's desert, snowy, and then the rest of the stuff is locked, but it looks like in the future there'll be swamp, volcanic, hellscape. Very interesting. I do like the Gothic theme, but since we did it last time, let's do the snowy theme. And there's also now difficulties. We have amateur, then there's novice, higher required tribute scaling, apprentice. I'm gonna guess it's also a higher required tribute scaling. Plus, we get -2 hand slots, and the rest are locked in the demo. We're gonna go all the way up to Black Plague. All right, let's see if they added anything new in this demo. Let's reread the tutorial since this is probably new. Well, something could be new. All right. Each year starts in the shop. Upgrade the shop to find rarer buildings. Auto upgrade every 5 years. Use the reroll button to look at different options for a small fee. You can purchase buildings from the shop of gold. Place buildings on the grid to build your city. Buildings can be sold for a small amount of gold by right-clicking them. Each building provides population, tax, or effects that contribute towards tribute. Placing multiple copies of the same building on itself will upgrade itself to the next level. A calamity will occur once every 3 years. Prepare well in advance for them. Build multiple buildings of the same class to get a synergy bonus. Status effects like crimes and sickness can negatively affect tribute if they get too high, but they can also give bonuses if they are low enough. Surviving a calamity year will give you a banner as a reward. Banners give game-changing boosts. Collect tribute more than the required tribute to advance to the next year. Required tribute increases every year. Advancing to the next year will give you gold as a reward to buy more buildings. Every 5 gold you have at the end of the year will give you 1 gold as interest, for a max of 5 gold interest. Survive 25 years to win. Good luck. Alright, now, now that I think about this, now I think about this separates this. That's interesting. Okay, I like that. The maps are actually different. They're not just flavor. As you can see, this is different. These two are not adjacent. Okay, so what's our calamity? Structured buildings give no special effects. Well, that's bad. That one really sucks. All right. I think we can build as many buildings as we want, if I remember correctly. Let's get a guard post down here. Let's get a shanty here. And in here, lumberyard here, and then shanty on top of the one we currently have. Now that should... See, I'll have 5 gold, so I will get my interest. That's why I only spent 4. I should get interest here. Yes, I do. See? Claim reward. Now I have 10. I can buy another lumber mill, another shanty, and a factory, because why not? I could reroll, but I'm just going to do the same thing. Okay, factory will go right here. Upgrade shanty. I still have the music in this game. It reminds me of Ship of Fools, sort of. But also just fits the theme well. I do like how this actually clips behind this here. Because if it was on top, it would be really annoying. But I'm glad that this takes priority over it. Unless you hover over this. Probably placed this in a bad spot. I should have placed it here if I wanted to see it better. But, it doesn't really matter. And we still do have all of this. All these synergies. I wonder if they changed the synergies at all. Okay, let's just collect our tribute. So we do have a good bit of sickness and crime, it would appear. Alright, calamity is this year. Structured buildings no longer give special effects. I don't think we have any structured buildings, so that should be fine, honestly. Okay, now I'll reroll. And we'll get the inn, which is more money for us. So upgrade the inn. Lumber mill's now tier 2. Shanty should be, yep, tier 2. And the crematorium will reduce sickness and arrest by 1 each. Which is just lovely. We love to see that. And there we go. We got required tribute. And let's collect our gold. Way less than last time, so I'm fine with that. More tax for every unrest below 5. And that can be very powerful. Yeah, we're just gonna take the stallion banner. For every unrest below there, we get more money. +1 tax for each adjacent residential building. That'll help me survive. More tax, less sickness. Less crime, a little more unrest. I'm gonna take it, simply because I need less unrest. City Hall. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit harder to truly plan out. We do need to find out a way to get rid of some unrest. We need some faith buildings to do that, though. Lumberyard, because a lot of tax. Shanty, and we'll save our... No, there's no point in saving money here. Quarry. Lumberyard upgrade, that's 5 gold now. Shanty upgrade, more population. And I think it's better to just upgrade the shanty instead of placing down another one, because if I place down another one, I get more crime. And I want the bonuses from less crime. Alright, we could upgrade the lumberyard again. I just realized the thing I had was an upgraded lumberyard. I should just place that down. That was dumb. We're gonna re-roll here, because we need something to reduce unrest. Nope. More money for it. No, let's get the housing complex. And sure, we'll grab the bank for money. We'll put the housing complex here. Actually, I should put the housing complex here. That would have made more sense. That way I can actually benefit off the bank the most. But it doesn't really matter. I can play not... Oh, wait, what's the calamity this year? All buildings above tier 1 are downgraded by level. Oh, wow, we lose. That was playing dumb there. Maybe I should play Desert, because I feel like Desert would be a bit of an easier map. No. No, let's continue playing Snowy. We can skip the tutorial because we already know it. And let's think more logically this time and do things better. I think this is a way better start. Bell tower here. Housing complex here. Lumberyard. Shanty there. And an inn. We'll put the inn over here. See, it's harder to plan this one out because of the river here. Alright, claim reward. Inn, chapel, and market. Because market will give me a lot of gold, and we love gold. We'll put the chapel up here. It is a bit harder for people to get to it, you know, but they have to be willing to walk to reach the chapel. And actually, this is a level 3 tier 2 chapel. That was a lucky draw. Required tribute is double, that's fine, because this is a very early year. Okay, windmill's good. So is library. And then I'll re-roll library upgrade. And then lumber mill. I just have to do it, right? Lumber mill upgrade. Library. And then windmill shall go here. Because I'm pretty sure it does not actually care if the tiles are not accessible. Like these tiles right here, there should be 5 tiles. It does not. Pretty sure it'll still give me the entire gold. Yeah, it gives me all 8 gold. Alright, buildings can be upgraded to the next level for 2 times base cost. Now that's actually not that bad. It's a very good upgrade, we know that. Balance, pop and tax, reward, gold is half every year. No. So during calamity, you remove calamity. No, we'll take the trumpet then. Alright, because tax is really good because it's a multiplier. Pop is the original amount, and then tax is what we multiply it by. We really want high tax. And wartime is going to be bad, because this will make our industry buildings give half tax, and we're really relying on industry a lot. Let's also get City Hall and a jail, which is the old English spelling of jail, in case anyone was wondering. I did say that last time I was playing this game, but since not everybody watched that video is going to watch, since not everybody that's watching this video has watched that video, I wanted to explain that. There we go. Proper English. Lumberyard factory. We're gonna take a bit of sickness, but it's worth it. Factory over there, lumberyard upgrade. I'm not sure entirely what I'm doing here. I don't know what this cluster is over here. Alright, claim reward. Graveyard, that's great. Bank, also pretty good. We'll take the shanty as well. And then we'll re-roll this, and we can get a hospital. Amazing. Hospital is great. We actually have +2 pop for each adjacent residential building. So we're gonna place that there. And now this is affected by both. See, this is the only time where it's worth doing this and splitting them up. Is because now I get +3 tax from this and +4 population from that. And I can actually place the bank right here and get an extra tax from that. I can get a total of extra 3 tax from this. Plus it just gives me a base +1 tax. Now this should have me survive, right? Yes, it does. Very good indeed. -1 crime for every 2 authority buildings. Yeah, we'll take the shield. Execution grounds, yes. Windmill, yes. You might be wondering, Noah, what do you need an execution grounds for? Now that is a very silly question. Of course we needed to burn the heretics. That is it's just a simple fact of life, alright? You gotta burn the heretics. Now this will actually technically, this will lower crime, ups unrest, and gives us -5 pop during this. But it gives us +2 tax, you know? Plus, we get to burn the heretics, and that's really what I got it for. I didn't get it for any strategical reasons. It's just now I can say that I burnt the heretics. Alright, crematorium. This is going to decrease sickness. We're just going to place it over here next to the hospital. Apothecary. And then we're going to upgrade our hospital. Which is... I'm sorry, what? This is tier 1. Okay, yeah. It's just going to upgrade to level 2. City Hall upgrade. It's going to stay the exact same. It doesn't really upgrade for a while. Crematorium. Less unrest, less sickness. It's great. And then upgrade the housing complex. Now the reason the housing complex gives sickness is because it's tightly packed together. So there's rats everywhere. The reason the shanties give so much crime is that it's a trashy place. It's the bad part of town. Which is right next to the city hall and the hospital. Funny enough, if you live in the housing complex, which is technically better housing, you're farther away from the hospital, even though you need the hospital. But you're closer to the market, and that's all that matters. Next calamity is -5 pop for each gold in inventory, so you want to spend all our gold. I'm fine with that. Alright, quarry, shanty, execution grounds, shanty, in execution grounds. Oh, I have too much money. Alright. Upgrade execution grounds. Gives us the same everything, but more tax. You see, we need to burn the heretics every once in a while, because if you don't burn the heretics, then they start burning you, you know? Tier 2 gives us less crime, more taxes. See, people aren't even sad about it. They're not more unrestful. They're just like, okay, yeah, we're okay. In fact, they're hardly more unrestful about the execution grounds than the jail. They're more willing to be fine with the execution grounds than the jail. We trigger status effects. More taxes, more gold. Yeah, I don't see why not. Let's get the scorpion. Hospital, clinic, quarry, factory, graveyard, hospital. We can finally upgrade the graveyard for more tax. The graveyard's very good for taxes for some reason. I'm not sure why. Now, this game is probably way more strategical, but the thing is, I play games sometimes not the most strategical. And that's because I'm not exactly the smartest all the time. Sometimes I don't know why. I'm just not dumb. I'm just dumb. I mean, basically, this thing is literally just a better jail. Because we get taxes from this. Plus it's authority and faith, because we're burning the witches. And the heretics. So actually, from having this, the people have less unrest. The people love it. They love it. They love it when we burn the heretics. Claim reward. No cultist hideout, because that is heresy, and we burn the heretics. We do not help the heretics. Alright, so... Okay, so yeah, each unrest below 3 gives a bonus of 0.1 times tax. Each sickness below 3 gives plus 40 pop. And each crime below 3 gives a bonus tax of 1, 4, or 9. Those all reset by the end of the year. Basically, we just have a baseline of how much of this stuff happens. Let's upgrade the jail. Let's get this aqueduct down. This is probably the best place I can put it. Let's upgrade the clinic. Upgrade the lumberyard because we mine as well. And then we should survive this year. Yes, we do. Now, next year I'm a bit worried about, because structure buildings, I'm not entirely sure how many of those I have. This is a rare, but we don't want this, because it's occult. We don't like the occult. Lumber Mill, Hospital, Aqueduct, City Hall. Start year. There we go, we finally get 2 taxes. Let's upgrade that Aqueduct. Less sickness is always great, you know. Unless you're going for an occultist run. Which actually, the occult want you to have things that harm people. Like, negative things for the people is positive for these occult buildings. The witch hut gets stuff from sickness. And all that jazz. That I'm not remembering right now. Interest pays out every 4 instead of 5. I don't really care about that. Let's get the scale, plus 1 gold per commerce building. Housing complex, lumber mill, apothecary, hospital, chapel, aqueducts. Oh no, good thing there's I really love the undo build button because I click too fast sometimes and I don't click the right tile. This game could have been very cruel and not have let you do that, but because they let you do that, they're amazing. This game's amazing. There's probably a lot more strategical depth to this game, but I'm not saying. Oh, actually, wait. I think they decreased the amount of banners you can have from 5 to 4. We'll take this, we'll take that, and we'll take the housing complex. Thank you very much. And I'm pretty sure I only need a few more upgrades than that to actually max it out. Like, max it out, you know? Upgrade the quarry. Crematorium. Crematorium is really good because for like every single upgrade it gets after you hit tier 2, it gets minus sickness and minus unrest. It's better than this, because this doesn't even get minus sickness for a long time. You need to get it level 3, which is tier 2, before it actually starts going down in sickness. Although I do think I should probably place another thing, like right here, or at least right here, because more pop is probably better. No, more tax is better. When random buildings destroyed. Oh, shoot, I hate that. It's probably the worst thing that can happen, because I do have a lot invested in these buildings. What was destroyed? There was something right here. What was it? I don't remember. Aqueduct. So Aqueduct is also good because it gives more tax and less sickness. Alright, there we go. We have a lot of crime. Good thing we have the execution grounds. If they commit a crime, just haul them over there. Although our sickness is at -18, so we're getting tons of population, actually. That's probably why that's the only reason why we won there. I don't really like any of these. I mean... Well, actually, I'm gonna have empty hand at the end of every single thing, so I want this, I think. So let's sell that and grab the well. I'm always gonna have a completely empty hand by the end, because that's just how I do things. Aqueduct, bank, hospital, aqueduct. Do I need all this? No bank. Let's get the crematorium instead. I'm wasting money here, I know, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know, man? Still not... Okay, there we go. Max tier. This is tier 3, max level. Amazing. We love to see it. This will upgrade to tier 2, which will give us more or less sickness and more taxes. And since we have a completely empty hand, the well should affect things. Yeah, because it's 2.5 times tax. Yeah, okay, well's broken. That needs to be balanced. Maybe I'm playing this game wrong. Maybe you're not supposed to empty out your entire hand every single time. No, actually, this is a cult, which I think is weird. What about the asylums is a cult? I'm not sure. Clinic upgrade, hospital upgrade. Hospital's max level. That's great. We love to see it. Yeah, we're gonna put a hospital down here, and we're gonna put this here. This is also a house and a residential building. Put the housing complex there. Upgrade graveyard. Basically, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get as much possible from housing. This is my main strategy here, as always, just to get as much possible from housing. Because it allows me to have the most amount of people while actually benefiting off those people being alive. Oh, the execution grounds. That's what got destroyed. I remember the moment I said alive. Because they're not alive. I was killing them. Because they're heretics. Listen, I have my reasons, alright? Very good reasons. I also just have to get a new execution ground. So actually, we do have max residential, which is just more population, but we also have structure synergy, which is more taxes. I don't want any of these, right? Yeah, I don't want. Worker. Let's hide shop real quick, okay? So this is times tax. If we get it max, then it's times 2 tax. This is minus sickness, plus gold, plus tax, minus unrest. This is minus crime. This is plus pop. And then the occult is plus crime, plus sickness, plus unrest. Oh, wait. Execution grounds. We've got to execute the heretics. We just have to. It's for the survival of our great nation. Of our great kingdom. We must protect it from all those who seek it harm. Yeah, so see, max tier crematorium, minus 9 sickness, minus 9 unrest. Look at that, minus 38 sickness. You have minus everything there. Alright, next is Bad Omen. So none of my faith buildings are going to work because the devil has cursed us. The devil is attacking us. We must defend ourselves. City Hall. I'm gonna upgrade this because it's tier 2. It's just better to do that. City Hall upgrade. I think if I get it max level, it becomes 3 tax. Alright, now, surviving the Bad Omen might be difficult because we are getting a lot of buffs from faith buildings. See, that's the bad thing about not diversifying as much. If anything affects residential or faith, I'm basically just dead. Hospital. Alright, well, we'll hope that we'll survive. Because if we don't pay our taxes, we die. Come on. No, the devil killed us. Well, you know what? That's actually going to do it. We survived pretty long. It does not appear that they added any new buildings, as far as I know, but they did add the new thing that shows you if it's rare or if it's legendary, so perhaps it's going to be coming in the future. However, one thing I did notice was they fixed a lot of the text. There was like some minor problems with text here and there, and they also cleaned it up a lot more. It's a lot more polished. I would say this is definitely a better demo. The playtest was a lot less polished. This is way more polished. I do hope to see more buildings in the future. Maybe even region-specific buildings. Maybe that's asking a bit too much. But honestly, this is a very interesting game, and I like to play it. It's interesting. It's not too difficult. This is definitely a game I'd play while I'm, like, watching a documentary about some random thing. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Hope you all enjoyed. Until next time, goodbye, and thanks for watching. And also, they did add in this change language thing. There's a lot more languages now. Before, I'm pretty sure there was a lot less. You have all these. You have Espanol. I'm not actually sure that is Espanol. I don't know. I don't speak Spanish. Yeah, it is. Okay, Italiano. I think that's Dutch. It's probably French. I probably got all those wrong. I don't know. Well, anyways, yeah, that's gonna do it. Hope you all enjoyed. Until next time, goodbye and thanks for watching. I actually did not ask you guys to like and subscribe at the start of this video. So if you made it all the way to the end, make sure to do that.